everyone. Thank you for joining our lesson. All right, so I hope that you can hear my voice. Okay, and also can view my screen where currently I'm sharing the PowerPoint screen. Right, so if you have any issues, any question, if you cannot hear my voice, just let me know on the chat section below. All right, so so before that, let me introduce myself. Okay, my name is Arina Asri and I am the application engineer at acadsystems Penang. All right, so for today's topic, we are going to learn. Thank you, Peter Ho. All right, so for today's topic, we are going to learn on how we can model or create a steel structure in Advanced Steel. All right, so just for a beginner level. Okay, because if higher level, maybe it might take some times. Okay, so for our demonstrations for today, we are going to learn step by steps to create the steel structure in Advanced Steel. All right, so first, basically to create a steel structure in Advanced Steel, we need to set up first the grid. All right, and then after we already set up the grid, and then we will add the structure elements. Okay, so basically we will add the column, beams, and so on. And then after we already add all those structure elements, all the steel elements, and then we will add the connection. All right. So for me, what I can say is Advanced Steel is the steps to create the steel structure is basically just the same like Revit, but for me the Advanced Steel is much easier. All right, so let's go to our software. Okay, let me share you my screen on the steel, on my Advanced Steel. All right, so where is my okay? It's just all right. So yep. Okay. All right. So if you open the Advanced Steel, so currently I'm using the Autodesk Advance Steel 2022. All right. So if you open the Advanced Steel, this display will appear on your PC. So basically, this one we have this open and new button. So if you have any project on Advanced Steel, you can just use this open, or you can directly open your project. Or if you want to create a new project, so you can go for this new. So if I click on this new and I drop down here, so we have these templates, right? So to create a project in Advanced Steel, you need to have a template first. All right, so if I go for this browse templates, okay, so let's all right, so under this Advanced Steel, we have few types of templates in Advanced Steel. For instance, this AUS means is the templates from Australia. Okay, and then this one is international, and also we have the USA. So basically for today's project, I'm gonna use this Australia template. All right, support here templates. Okay, if you open the templates, we have these two types of template in Australia templates. Okay, so basically we have these AS templates, means AS templates and inch AS template. Okay, the difference between these two is basically the project units. The inch AS template will be in inch. The project unit will be inch, and the AS templates will be in millimeter, meter, or cm. All right, so I'm gonna use this AS template. Okay, let me explain a little bit the difference between this template by the country, Australia, USA, and so on. So basically, the elements in this it will be different based on the elements on this Advanced Steel. So for example, if you use these Australia templates, so all the all the steel elements will be followed or will be that commonly used in Australia. Okay, all the sections, the steel sections will be used the Australia that commonly used in Australia. All right, so I'm going to go for it as templates, and I click on open. Okay, so this blank display will appear. All right, so for the first thing that we need to do is we are going to set up the grid. All right, under the object here, you have the object ribbon up here. All right, so we have few options that we can use to create a grid. So we have here this building grid, grid with groups by distance. All right, so the function is the same. We will create the grid, but the way to create the grid is different. All right, so for today's project, I'm going to show you on how we can use this grid with groups by distance. So if you click on this grid groups by distance, and I'm going to start my project at the base, which is the origin, which is a 0 and 0, and I click enter. All right, so I have here my origin point 0, 0, and then I'm gonna the x distance, I'm gonna go for 12 meter, which is 12,000 millimeter. All right, and I click. You can click enter on your spacing on your keyboard, or you can right click your mouse. Okay, so I'm just gonna click this right click on my mouse. Okay, and then this one, you can make sure that you on this this auto mode. All right, I think just now I didn't on this auto mode, so let me do again. I on this one first, and I click on this grid with groups, and then let's find our origin. Enter. All right, so this is our origin, and then this one, let's change it into 12 meter. Enter. Also, this one is 12 meter, and the distance between the grid lines, I'm going to go for 5 meter by 5 meter by 5 meter. So let's key in into 5,000, 5,000, also 5,000 and 5,000. Enter. So enter 2 times, you will get this grid line. Okay, so I want the balloon frame, let's change to edging, and the level type. Okay, it's good. You can go for the numbers and just click on the close. All right, so this one is for the on the x-axis. So right now we are going to create on the y-axis. Again, you can click on this grid with groups. All right, so let's find this point over here and straight till here. Okay. Again, still here. All right, so for this one, I'm gonna make it the distance between the grids is 4 meter. So all right. All right, 4 meter. Enter. Sorry, I think I already I key in the 40,000. All right, so again, click on this one, and then choose this point until this point. All right, so make sure that you key in the 4,000, 4,000, and 4,000. Enter. Enter again. All right, so this boom frame, change it into edging, and this one I'm gonna change it into capital letters. So we have here our grids. So the next one is I'm gonna add the structure elements. So you can on the ribbon here, click on this whole ribbon, and then I'm gonna make it go here, and then under the home here you have this object. All right, and the extended modeling. So I'm gonna just model this type of this gable frame. So I'm gonna click here, and start from here until here. All right. Okay, so we have here our gable frame. So if you wanna edit some more on your photo frame, so can just go to setup here, and then the roof slope, let's make it into 15 degree. All right, so I think that one is good enough. Okay. All right, so if I close and I'm gonna toggle my, okay, it will be looking like this lah. All right, so up here, you have this view. So for instance, right now, our view is on the wireframe. So if you want to go and have a look more realistic, you can go for conceptual or realistic or shaded. So I want to go for the conceptual. All right, so you'll be looking like this. All right, so we're done with this gable or portal frame. So the next one is I'm gonna add some connection on my elements. All right, so for these connections, all right, so you can find under the home ribbon here, you can find this connection bolt. And then when you click on this connection bolt, and then you can see here, there are a few types of connection that we have. For instance, this one is plates at beams, and then this one is between the column and beam, and beam between beam, and so on. All right, so I just want to add on this, on the connection on here, which is I'm going to add the base plate. All right, so base plate, you can find it on the plates at beam, right? So plates at beam, base plate. So basically I already add into my fabrics here, I already add what connection I want to use. So I'm going to go for this base plate, and I'm going to, the next thing is you are going to click on this, okay, I think this one is a bit lagging. All right, again, base plate, and then choose this column. All right, so the question will be, the Advanced Steel will give you question whether you want to select an additional concrete object. So basically right now we don't have any concrete object. So let's just click no. All right, so if we go and have a look on our connection over here, that is how it will look like for our base plate connection. All right, so if you have anything that you want to change, basically you want to change on the plates, the thickness of the plates, you can change in here. All right, so basically I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to go for this sizes for the base plate, and I'm just going to click on this, on the close. All right, so we need to add some more on this side of column. So instead of we create, we repeat the previous steps, you also can do by clicking on this box, this connection box, and then you can right click and you click on this propagate join. All right, after you click on the propagate join, it will automatically generate on this side of the column. So basically, if you have many columns here, and then you have all the columns are the same as this column, it will automatically generate on the same types of column. Okay. All right. So we are done with this base plate. The next one is I'm going to add this connection on this between this beam and column. All right. So between this beam and the column, let's use this knee of frame bolt. All right, so you can find it on the column, between the column and beam connection. Okay, click on the knee frame, and then you can click on the select. You select this column, and then you right click, and then select this beam, and then you right click. All right, so it will become like this. Okay. So if you want to change, you want to edit on your connection, you can go to these properties. Okay, for instance, I'm gonna change the bolt, the stiffness, no, the general, the cap plate here, right? For example, you want to change the cap plate into a half, right? So you can see the cap plate already changed into half. Okay, so I'm gonna choose this full, and the column extension, I'm gonna add some more on the column extension. You can go for 30 mm. Okay, the column will extend a bit according to the numbers that we insert here. Okay. All right, so again, if you want to create on the side, also you can just click on this box, right click, and propagate join. All right, it will appear automatically on this side of beam and column. All right, so the next one is these connections. So I'm going to use this apex hunch. So this apex hunch, you can find it in this button, which is beam end to end. All right, click here, and then we have this apex hunch. Click on here, and then choose this beam, right click, also choose this beam and right click. All right, so Advance Steel will automatically generate the connection. Okay, so if you want to change some more, you can go to general here, and then I'm gonna delete the stiffener. The stiffener is here. So the stiffener, let's go for none. And also this one, also none. All right. Okay. Also, if you want to change all the bolt groups, all right. So for instance, a hunch here. Let's change this one into 250, and then it will become like this. And then go to bolts. I want to change some more on the bolt grip or bolt groups. Let's change this one into 3. Okay, we add some more the bolt. All right. So yeah, that is how I want my structure will be look like. All right, so for the next one is we are going to add these structure elements onto this grid. Okay, so we need to add four numbers of this element onto this grid. So what you can do on this tool over here, you have this advanced copy. You can click on this advanced copy, and then this one will appear. All right, so let's change. Okay, this Y here, 5,000, and the number of copies we need four more, so we need to key in 4, and then make sure this one is tick on the copy, and then we can select the object. Okay, just select the main one. All right, like this one, this one, and also the biggest box. Okay, and click right click or enter, right click, and then make sure that you tick the include additional connections, so that the additional all the connection will be included in our project. Okay, after you're done, you can click on OK. All right. Okay, so we are done with this one, and then for our the next one is I'm going to add some more beams between this column. So what I'm going to do is on this object, under the whole object here, we have the section. So click on here, you have few types of section that you can use. For instance, you can choose the I-beams, the T-beams, the round bar beams. All right, so for this project, I'm going to use this I-beams, the roll beams. Click on here, and then all right, so from here, let me check this one first. Make sure that you untick this endpoint, midpoint, center, and tick this node. And you can just directly draw from here until here. Okay. Automatically generate. All right, so this size, let me change into 180, a little bit smaller. All right, and again, repeat the same thing from this one until this column. Okay. All right. Okay. So the next one is I'm gonna add the beam up here. So again, before that, you need to use this to edit some more on the UCS, right? UCS means user coordinate system. So from there, UCS here, and then choose this UCS add object, and I'm gonna click this beam, all right? And then choose this line and right click. Okay, so let's add some more beam here. From here until here. All right, so from here, let's move a bit the connection, the location of the beam. All right, so what you can do, you can go to modify here, and then you have this move. Click on there, and then choose this beam, right click, and then okay, change the, again, move, choose this beam, right click, and find the node. Okay, can't find the node. Okay, just drag into here. So maybe I'm gonna go for 700 and enter. All right, so it will move a bit. Okay. Okay, so again, let's create some more UCS here. Change the UCS into this beam and choose this line and right click. All right, so add some more on the row section here. Start on this, on the node between this and then this node. All right, so from there, click on here, modify, move, and all right. Okay, 700 also. Enter. All right. So this is the what will look like. So the next one is I'm gonna copy all this thing and attach to all this column. So just click copy here and select all this beam. Select here. All right. So before that, if you right click on this beam, right click here, and then you notice here we have this naming. So what are the function of this naming? You click on this naming, you need to change the model role. For instance, this one is beam, you need to define it as a beam. So you can find here beam, and then you're good to go. All right, so you need to do in each of these element. All right, so if you have, you add a new column, so you need to also need to naming it or role model it as the column. Okay, beam. Okay, double click and then naming, and then from here can search beam. All right. Okay, so the next thing is I'm gonna copy this one, copy everything here. Sorry, copy. And then just right click. All right, just again, I'm gonna click on this one. Copy here. So let's start copy from this node until this node, also this node, and here. Okay. So yeah, this is what will look like. So yeah, we have questions. All right, so never mind, I will answer your question later. All right, so the next one is we are going to add some more the connection on the between the column and the beam. So for this column and the beam, we can use this on this column beam here. We have this single side end plate. All right. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to use this one and click on this column, right click, and also this beam and right click. All right. So let's change a bit on the plate and bolts. I'm going to change the vertical bolts, change this one into 50, and the end plate and also the bolt here, let's change it into 12. Okay, so if we go and have a look on our bolts, and yep, it's already being connected. Okay, so again, you can also use this propagate join, but let me show you. If I'm using the propagate join, click on here and I right click here and I propagate joined, the connection will be automatically generated on between the column and the same beam. All right, but if you notice on this beam on the column, it should have only one connection. So basically we just need one connection that will connect this beam and this beam, also this column. But if you use the propagate join, we will have two connections, right? This one is one connection, and also this one is one connection. Okay, so that is why you are not advised to use the propagate join if you have multiple type of connection. So I'm gonna undo this one, undo this one first. Okay, so for this connection, we are going to use this double side and plate with self-debug. Click on here, and I click on this beam, right click on the column, right click, and also this beam, right click. All right, so if you can see, all right, let me see first. Okay, I think I need to again double side here, right click. All right, so we have here, and then let's change the vertical bolts into 50, and the bolt and holes, let's change it to 12 mm. Okay, if you notice here, we only have the one connection. All right, between this beam, it is connected by only one connection. All right, so that is still different between you use the propagate join or you do it manually, the connection. All right, so from here, if you want to copy all this connection, you can do it by on the model here, modify tools here, you have this create by template multiple. You can click on here, and then you click on this connection, and then you right click. You can go and select the object. So basically I'm going to select this object, this column, and this column, and then I go click on the right click, and I'm gonna click on this beam, and this beam, and then I click on the right click. All right, so if you go and see that we have our connection only for the single side and plate. All right, so if you want to do for this double side and plate, okay, just again click on this create by template multiple and choose your object that you want to copy. Choose here, right click, and then choose the column. Choose this column, and this column, right click, and then the second object will be this beam, and this beam, right click, and then the third object will be this beam, and also this beam. and I click on the right click, all right, it will generate it automatically. Okay, that is how you can, that is the way you can copy your connection safely. Okay, all right, so for this one, I'm gonna click again on this create by multiple and click on this connection, right click and choose this column with this column, the middle column, right click and then choose this beam and this beam, right click, choose this beam and this beam. Then I click on right click. There we go. We have our connection already on this column. All right. So also you can just the same way you can repeat on this beam. So I'm just going to show you one. It's just the same way. So we just click on the single side and then choose this beam, right click, and this beam, right click. Okay, the plate bolts here, I'm going to change the vertical bolts into 50. And the sizing here, the diameter, let's change to 12. And there we go. The same thing as we did on this column and beam connection. All right, so I think that is all right. So another one I'm going to show you. This one is the same thing. Choose this double side end plate and choose this main beam, right click, and choose this second beam here, and then this third beam, right click. All right, so here if you want to edit some more, just edit from here. So go to 50 and this one 12 millimeter sizing. We go, we already have the connection. Okay, so let me toggle first. You can see. All right. Okay, so I'm not going to show you all one by one because I'm just going to repeat the same thing that we did just now. So do you have any questions? All right, so we have, okay. All right, so can Advance Steel put in concrete object like footing or bracket? Yes, exactly. We can create the footing in our project. So if you want to create a footing, you can go to up here, we have the objects, and then on here, on other objects here, we have this isolated footing, concrete column, continuous footing. Also, we have the slab. All right, so we can add concrete in our Advanced Steel. Okay, so the next one, Advanced Steel. Revit can export to Advanced Steel. After the connection in Advanced Steel, can export back to Revit. Yeah. Also, from the Advanced Steel, we can export back to Revit. That one, it can be done. Okay. So how to determine the size bolt and beam are correct according to load and distances. So to determine the size bolt and beam according to load and distances, basically for just now, I'm just show you on how to create how to add the connection and so on. But to determine the size bolt and beam, we need to analysis first we need to analysis first our model, our structure model, and then we can know whether the bolt that we add is okay or not, is pass or fail. All right, so that one we need to analyze first. Okay, factory steel and concrete, but I use Revit to draw a factory steel and concrete, but export to Advanced Steel only show steel element. Is it something wrong with the export process? Yeah, I think that is I think that one you need to, I can't say anything on this one because I need to see first what is going on with your project. So basically before this I've done if I export my Revit to Advanced Steel, I can do it, but maybe there is something wrong with export process. Yeah, exactly. I think there is something wrong with the process that you did. Can the Advance Steel doing the analysis? Yeah, the Advance Steel can do the analysis. Exactly, can do the analysis. All right, thank you. Okay, so I hope that you don't have any question more. Okay, so let me share with you with our website. So you can open our website, which is acadsystems.com. Okay, so from here, you can find this when you drop down here, you can find a few types of Autodesk our free online lesson that we did. So like for August 18, we have the add constraints to sketches with AutoCAD. So if you wanna attend this free online lesson, you can just RSVP your place here. Also, if you drop down below here, you have this YouTube. You can click on the YouTube, and then it will bring you to our YouTube channel. So if you want to watch again the video that we did just now, the free online lesson that we did just now, you can just watch from our YouTube channel. All right, and then make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Okay, make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Okay, so that is all from me, I think. Thank you for joining me for today. I hope to see you guys soon in our upcoming free online lessons. Thank you very much, everyone, and stay safe. Bye-bye.